Hello, hello, welcome. This is your second practice tutorial video out of a series of 11 in which you are learning the basic mechanics of how to get really flexible really quickly. The entire purpose being, okay, if I can get flexible, then I can move easier. When I move easier, there's less pain. I enjoy my life more. Now, if you stumbled onto this video via YouTube or any other method thereof, I recommend you head to my website to actually get context. In fact, that you start with the very beginning, introduction, so that you're not confused at all. However, if you're here with me, just in the sequence of operations, this particular pose that we'll be working on is perhaps the most challenging. So in the last tutorial video, we started with what was arguably the easiest, which is just dropping our bodies in almost a Shavasana. And this one is going to be, well, I'll let you decide. Here's how it's going to work. It's called Hangman. And you're going to find a nearby wall or surface that you can bring your entire body close to. So you'll be able to see this on the video. I'm bringing my head as close to the wall as I possibly can. Then I'm taking my hands and I'm lifting them up the wall so that the palms of my hands are touching flat against the wall, while simultaneously my forehead, where I'd drop my arms, would be completely on the ground. Okay, so you're going to walk your hands up as high up as you can. Keep going, inch it up. So much so that you're actually floating. Your chest is kind of floating a little bit up above the ground. And then from here, you're going to drop your head heavy, like an anchor. And the first thing you'll notice is the sensations, right? Feels like your shoulders are kind of being pulled, and hate to say it, but it's only going to get a little bit more intense from here. Now, okay, you're going to hold and you're going to try to do the same exact thing as the first lesson in which you just free falled. I'm not going to teach you the breathing techniques yet. I'm not going to teach you the nervous system hacks. I'm just going to explain to you why exactly we would want to hold something like this and free fall simultaneously. So do your best, and this is a little bit more challenging, right? Somehow you have to keep your hands plastered against the wall while simultaneously, relaxing, free falling. Look how easy it is, right? Now, hang time is important because we need to be able to stay in a certain position in order to stretch the fascia. It's not enough just to do a couple bounces up and down before or after a workout in order to get more flexible. We actually have to stay in it. We actually have to try. Yeah, believe it or not. So despite what you're feeling in your shoulders right now, I want you to go into your happy place. So all of us have it. It's called our center, or finding the peace within, right? It's just you relaxing your forehead, right? Because when your forehead is tense, what that tells us is that you are resisting something. AKA, you're not free falling. You're not dropping into it. So relax your forehead, keep your hands against the wall, and see, just for another minute, I promise it's temporary, you got this, if you can drop into it. Let yourself skydive down and just notice what can happen in the shoulders as they start to pry open. Okay, I actually talked about this in the text part of the tutorial, but basically what's happening in your body right now is fascia is stretching out. Fascia is your connective tissue. Fascia is what gives you your shape. It's what allows you not to be a wheezing bag of bones on the ground. Fascia is an incredible material in that when you pull on it just slightly, it kind of has this elastic property, like a rubber band that just snaps back to its original position. But when you wait long enough, aka 2 to 5 minutes of free falling, of relaxing your body, of letting the stretch get into the fascia, into the connective tissue, lo and behold, it becomes permanent. It's like one of those plastic grocery bags where like a tiny tug, nothing happens, but when you pull long enough, those polymer chains stretch out for good, leaving you with a bigger bag than before. So same with you. When you stretch, when you want to get more flexible, yeah, there's a huge part of this. We'll talk all about the nervous system and like repatterning yourself for greater mobility. But there is one part of you that actually has to mechanically stretch. And without scaring you off too much, as you're holding this pose, what you're feeling is actually your fascia tearing apart, like little pieces of paper. Okay, this isn't as bad as it seems. As long as you're getting rest, as long as you're allowing your body to recover itself, it's going to stay bigger. And we can just imagine, like, okay, if you're feeling this in your shoulders right now, and you'll feel this very soon when you come out, how things have shifted. But you stay in this for a little bit longer. You continue to just drop into the sensation. Don't fear the pain. Don't fear the discomfort. It's all temporary. And just stay in for a little bit longer, maybe 1 or 2 breaths. Dropping, dropping, dropping. Let that head hang heavy. Let your toes go. The entire body. Your number one priority is to free fall. Remember that. Good. Okay. So how to come out of this? Well, there's not really a super graceful way as long as you don't smack your head against the ground. Just slowly walk yourself down, push away from the ground. And of course, no rush, but you sit up and you just move your shoulders around, right? Intuitively, letting all the new energy, all the new blood flow start to come into the body. And get a sense for this. So take a deep breath in and allow it to fill your shoulders, especially where you just stretched. Deep breath in into the place that you stretched. What you can feel is that it's deeper. And it's deeper because the fascia has stretched, it's lengthened. Length is an aspect of volume, right? And volume is breath. So let me walk you through this. Volume is length times width times height, typically. So when you stretch your fascia, your connective tissue, length increases, therefore volume increases, and volume and breath are synonyms of one another. Therefore, you stretch, you breathe deeper, more effortlessly. You can sense that now. Just take a couple more breaths. You're breathing deeper. And imagine what that's going to do for you. Imagine the amount of energy that's going to come forth as a result of taking deeper breaths on a more regular, sustained basis. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what's possible here. I promise there's so much more. I would love for you to keep going. The next rule is all about the breathing hack. This is actually when we get into the juice of the particular practice of what makes gravity yoga so dang special. I'll see you there.